Ah, scenery. Every good devlog starts with a scenery shot. But I live in an urban neighborhood, so I'll just show you the car dealership I get to look at through my window. That was nice. Back to work. Hi, my name is Aiden, and I've been working on a base building game for 1 year. I started programming when I was in 5th grade, starting with Scratch, then Flash, rest in peace, then Unity, then Unreal Engine as of about 5 years ago. But if you want a more in-depth talk about how this game came into fruition, check out my other video, What a Year of Game Development Did to Our Game. No, that's not what it's called. What a Year of Development Did to Our Game. Link in description. If you didn't watch that one, however, first off, you're responsible for my tears. But long story short, me and my friend Tyler are huge fans of wave-based / base building games, and we wanted to make one. A big issue we noticed early on, however, is a lot of these games follow the exact same format.
1, 2, 3, fuck it.
And don't get me wrong, we love this format, but the world doesn't need another base building clone. Now, we also love RPGs, but as a 2-man team on virtually no budget, we knew that couldn't possibly be an option, at least not in our current state. So, let me introduce the Untitled Panda / base building project. You play as a squire to King Snuggles McGuillotine, who rules the new land of Litobius until he foolishly unleashes a curse among us by stealing a sacred Osiris crystal from Mount Morthibus, turning his own kind against him. During the day, you have to build the king's castle in order to protect him, and yourself, because at night, the night pandas attack. Their main goal is to take the king back to the Mount Morthibus and retrieve the crystal, and they won't hesitate to stop anyone who gets in their way. Cough cough, that's you. Cough cough. To fight them, you must explore the island's realms and trade with merchants to unlock different weapons, blueprints for building your castle, and magical abilities to help protect you and King Snuggles. So recently, we've been working on creating the game cycle, which includes successfully building bases in the daytime, the night pandas stealing the king, retrieving the king, and purchasing goodies from the merchants. As of creating the last devlog, link in description, the building system totally broke. It used to work by placing a structure underneath the mouse cursor, but apparently it was possessed by a demon or something who put all his energy in escaping our mouths, because well, just look at it. But after hours and days of work over weeks of time, our 2 genius minds were able to cry and sob about the fact that we weren't able to fix it. So for now, the system has been completely revamped to place the structure under the camera's center point, which is not as intuitive, but it is working as a temporary band-aid. If anybody knows why the UE4 convert mouse position to world space node seems to have taken a dislike to us, we do have a Discord, link is in the description. If you don't know what's causing the problem, however, don't touch the link. Discord is for smart people only, the mods told me. And I hate you, and don't get your mouse. You better have a better listener for us. After the building revamp, I heavily improved the Night Panda AI, because currently they would only chase you, but they got cold feet when they arrived, and they would just kind of stand there like someone who's afraid to sell you Girl Scout cookies.
Hello
so
there.
first we created some spawn points around the map, which are just some boring white cubes right now, but they're gonna look way cooler later in the game, like maybe they'll be maybe some boring white spheres or something, I don't know. After they spawn, they check if they're closer to the king or the player to decide their course of action. The Night Pandas being closer to the player will attempt to remove the player from their goal of taking back the Osiris crystal, which is just polite talk for saying they're gonna murder your soft panda body. But if they're closer to the king, they will attempt a kidnapping to bring him back up to Mount Morthibus. If that's the direction they take, I set up a spline to determine a path back up to Mount Morthibus that they follow, during which you can go get him back. It's kind of like a game of basketball, except the ball is a sentient being and all the players are possessed and want to kill you. At the moment, when the Night Pandas reach Mount Morthibus, they just kind of chill, vibe, maybe share a coffee, watch some TikTok. But later they will attempt to extract the Osiris crystal from King Snuggles' crown, which you will have to stop and rescue him from. King Snuggles' crown? Is that correct?
Snuggles.
King Snuggles' crown. Is there two, like, is it like a 2-syllable? King.
I'd say King Snuggles' crown.
Okay. Of course, right now the only way to beat the Night Panda's plan is to build a wall around the king, so we had to make the walls breakable. Now, you'll see if we put the highest tier walls made of crystal and marble, we've created a near impenetrable foundation that the Night Pandas could never— oh my god, they got through. This is the end. Rest in peace, I guess. You know, now that they're taking King Snuggles, McGuillotine up to Mount Morthbiston, I'm going to probably die a horrible death when they get back. I've done a lot of self-reflecting, and I think I want to take back what I said about the Discord. You guys have been nothing but kind to me, and I'm changing the rules. You can join even if you don't have a solution for us for that problem. It's okay. And maybe while you're down there, like and subscribe as well, because of our little character development. Maybe you want to reward us for a change of heart? A little 2-click action? A little tiny little button press? 1212? Link in description? Yay! Of course, if the Night Pandas do get through and grab the king, you'll need weapons to get him back. We've placed a couple of merchants around Latobius that will trade souls and resources for some goodies. Digby Gilroy, the Mushroom Man, sells weapons. Currently there's only the 4 options: the sword, the bow, the boomerax, and the train gun. But we have plenty of ideas that we plan to incorporate, such as the Raining Havoc, an umbrella that stabs like a spear and opens with a shockwave, the bee shooter, similar to a pea shooter, but it shoots bees, and the gas bag magnum, the pistol that shoots balloons. If you have any other ideas you think could be fun, give us a shout in the comments. We try to read them all. The second merchant, Rockbiter the Mole Man, will sell items such as blueprints for your base, so you can learn how to build new fortifications such as bridges and watchtowers and possibly things like zip lines. And finally, the mysterious Riverman will gift you special abilities if he deems you worthy. Just if like we deem you worthy to join our Discord. That's right, I changed my mind again. Nah, I'm kidding. Or am I? Link in description. But let's back out of the world of what we have planned and go back into what we have done. We improved the sword animation some, adding a combo move when you click 3 times instead of once. We upgraded some house models for the town, the lighthouse, and an uncompleted Meowthor, which is the name of what we call the tree at the center of our island. We also created an actual HUD so the entire thing didn't have to be a huge wave of print strings. And other than that, it's just been a lot of bug fixes, AI programming that I mentioned earlier, and game feel. So that's the current state of the game. It's coming along at a steady pace, and right now Tyler and I are feeling pretty confident about it. Can you guys wait for the devlog that talks about how we lost motivation and then found it later? I'm excited for it. I see it in every single devlog journey. If you want to see that happen in real time, I also stream development on Twitch. Link in description. Lastly, some exciting news for the Cobb Dev OGs out there. I'm going to be continuing and finishing the Let's Create Breath of the Wild series soon. And for the Cobb Dev newcomers, I do a tutorial series on creating Breath of the Wild in UE4. And you'll never guess, I'm going to be continuing and finishing that series soon. If you want to check it out, go look it up. Oh, you thought the link was going to be in the description? What am I, the man with all the time in the world? Link in description. A little 2-click action? A little tiny button press? 1212? Miss Beaky? Miss Beaky? You want to subscribe, Miss Beaky? I'll try that again.